The Echoes of the Well. In the heart of a dry and dusty village named Mirapur, there lived a boy named Arman. He was known throughout the village for being clever, curious, and always full of questions. His eyes sparkled with mischief, and his laughter echoed in every corner of the village. While most children spent their time playing games or helping their families, Arman would wander to the edge of the village, where an old, abandoned well stood. The well had long dried up, and many believed it to be cursed, but Arman loved it. He would lean over the edge, cup his hands, and shout into the hollow mouth of the well. The echo that came back never failed to entertain him. "Hello," he would yell. "Hello, hello, hello," the well would reply. Sometimes he would tease it. "You're stupid," he'd laugh, and the echo would call back, "You're stupid, stupid, stupid." To Arman, the well was just a game, something lifeless and funny. But one afternoon after school, as he crouched near the well giggling at his latest shout, he heard a voice behind him. "You know," said an old deep voice, "the well only gives back what it receives." Startled, Arman turned around. It was Baba Sadiq, the oldest man in the village, known for his wisdom and long white beard. Few children ever dared talk to him, but Arman wasn't afraid. He stood up and said, "It's just an echo, Baba. It repeats what I say." Baba Sadiq smiled. "Exactly. It repeats what you say. Just like life." Arman blinked. "What do you mean?" The old man sat on a nearby rock and patted the spot next to him. "Let me tell you a story." Arman sat down, intrigued. "There was once a boy, not so different from you," Baba began. "He was smart, funny, and liked by many, but he often made fun of others. He mimicked the old man's limp, teased the girl who stammered, and once played a cruel trick on a blind beggar who came to the village asking for food." "What did he do?" Arman asked. "He took the beggar's walking stick and tied it to a tree, then sat nearby and watched as the poor man stumbled and cried out. The villagers were horrified. Some scolded him, but the beggar simply stood up, dusted off his clothes, and said, 'It's all right. Life will teach him.'" Baba paused, watching Arman's face turn thoughtful. "After that day," Baba continued, "strange things began to happen. The boy lost his favorite shoes. His lunch was stolen by stray dogs. His best friend stopped talking to him. Everywhere he went, things seemed to go wrong." "Why?" Arman asked. "Because life was echoing," Baba said simply. "It was returning what he had given out, just like the well." Arman looked at the well, now unsure whether to laugh or stay quiet. "Here," Baba said, handing him a small stone. "Throw this into the well." Arman tossed it in. A moment later, he heard a soft splash from deep below. "What did you hear?" asked Baba. "A splash." "Exactly. Because that's what you threw in. The well doesn't choose. It reflects. So does life. Whatever you throw into it, words, actions, kindness, cruelty, it will return." Arman said nothing. He understood now. Over the next few days, Arman began to change. He no longer mocked others or played mean tricks. He apologized to the herbal woman for teasing her herbs. He returned the toy he had stolen from a younger child. He helped the school teacher carry books. At first, the other children were confused, but soon they began to follow his example. One morning, Arman saw a boy trip in the mud. The old Arman would have laughed, but instead he ran over and helped him up. "Thank you," the boy whispered. Later that week, Arman found a lost coin on the road. He picked it up and turned it in to the shopkeeper, who had dropped it. The shopkeeper, surprised, gave him 2 sweet buns as a reward. Arman's father, who rarely praised him, placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "You're becoming a fine young man." The well still stood where it always had, but now Arman no longer used it to shout insults. Instead, he would go there, sit quietly, and sometimes whisper kind words, just to hear them come back. One day, a new boy named Rafi moved into the village. He was taller, stronger, and very confident. The village children were drawn to him, and slowly, Arman noticed that fewer and fewer kids came to play with him. A sharp jealousy began to rise in his heart. During a race, Rafi slipped and fell into the dust. The other children laughed. Arman had a chance. He could laugh too and win back the attention. But something stopped him. He remembered the echo. Instead of laughing, he walked over and offered his hand. "Are you okay?" he asked. Rafi looked up, surprised. "Yeah, thanks." "No worries, it happens to everyone," Arman smiled. That small act changed everything. Rafi became one of Arman's closest friends, and the village children saw him not just as the clever boy who once teased people, but as someone kind and fair. Years passed. Arman grew up to become a respected teacher in the village. He built a small school under a large neem tree and taught children about reading, writing, and the values of kindness and respect. Every now and then, he would take his students to the edge of the village, where the old well still stood. "Shout something inside," he'd say. The children would giggle and yell, "We love you!" And the well would answer, "We love you, love you, love you." Then Arman would tell them, "The well is like life. It gives back what you give it. If you send out anger, you'll hear anger. But if you give it love, that's what will echo back." And in the quiet moments, long after the students had left, Arman would sometimes sit beside the well, close his eyes, and softly whisper, "Thank you." And from the depths, the voice would return, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Moral of the story: life reflects what you give it. If you speak with kindness, act with honesty, and treat others with respect, those things will come back to you. Just like the echo of a well, your words and actions have a way of returning. So choose them wisely